to Who Pops Your Popcorn?
Where you learn to market to the right people at the right time, the new way.
I'm Shahar.
And I'm Nash.
And on today's show, we are going to talk about the sales funnel.
Yes, we'll also talk about a cool strategy that Procter & Gamble is using to market a difficult product.
And a very cool software for you to design things for your website.
Yeah.
Let's start with the sales funnel.
Okay.
Let me show you briefly how it looks.
This is the
sales funnel. Yes. And you usually hear that you have to attract your customers or your prospects with a very low ticket item like white paper, even free white paper reports, an ebook, and then you start selling them on your products because you're building a relationship and trust needs to be built, and many times people are not ready to buy your $2,000 package.
Well, they might not know you, they might be a little unsure, a little insecure, so you bring them in with a free product or a low-cost product, and then as they consume that product, you're going to introduce other products that cost a little bit more until, hey, they might be ready to get your coaching program or your mentoring program or whatever.
And one thing we see a lot of people do all the time is just fill the funnel with CDs and DVDs, and they really never think about what the customer is thinking. Like if they bought a CD from you and they liked and they come again to buy something else, you need to ask yourself, what's next for this customer? And then provide them with another product. Maybe they buy a DVD and then you ask yourself, what's next? Maybe it's a home study course. What's next? Maybe a coaching, until you reach your high ticket item.
Yes, Shahar, I think you hit it right on over there, because that's one thing that a lot of people do. They'll start producing products. They think, they get in the product mode. They think, well, I got to create products so that I can sell, and I got to create and create and create and create. Okay, they do that, and it's great. And they're, in fact, indeed, they are filling their funnel. However, it's not.
There is no logical sequence there.
Exactly.
And that's what you have to have in your.
That's it. You want your prospect to want something else, or rather, you want them to need your next product.
Yes.
And so it has to be it has to be sequential, kind of.
Yes, and at some point, a lot of people do, when the customers are leaving the funnel, is find the continuity model that works for you and for your customers, because that will bring you the residual income that we all like. Yes. Now, one thing you have to pay attention is that not necessarily people will come and they will start with the free product and then the CD, and then today they enter in different moments in your funnel, because you probably have a lot of sales pages and different websites, so they enter at different points. Then you need to track that, maybe with autoresponders or something else, so you know where they are and what's next for them.
That's right.
So it's really key for you always to ask, okay, for this customer, what's next for them in my funnel, and have products or services that fulfill that need.
Yes.
And understand that not everybody is going to come with the free product and then the CD and follow that sequence. It needs to be logical for you, but people are going to get in different points of your funnel.
That's it. Well, different people are going to have different needs. So
and find you in different ways too.
Exactly, and find you in different ways. I mean, that's why we're using the web and all these tools, so that we have all these different doors that people can walk into. All right, so now I want to show you, Procter & Gamble, last week, we talked about Johnson & Johnson and what they could have done to avoid bad PR.
Yeah.
Today, we want to give you an example of Procter & Gamble and what they did to market a difficult product to market.
Yes, a product that people really don't like to talk about.
Yes.
Because let's face it, if you come with a very cute thing, a doll or something, it's kind of easy to get people talking about. But what about when it's a very difficult product?
Yes.
So let's watch.
Watch it.
For today is Being Girl at BeingGirl.com. This website was developed by Procter & Gamble, and the idea behind this is that they want to promote tampons for young girls. And young girls, they don't like to talk about these things. They don't like to be advertised about these things and receive messages about these personal issues. So the way Procter & Gamble figured how to promote the product was to create a community. In this community, the girls would be able to talk about other issues they have in life, and Procter & Gamble would support their conversation and would also provide information about them. And it did work really, really well, because It attracts around 2 million visitors a month, and since last year the traffic increased 150%. So let's take a look around to see what's cool about this website. And a very cool thing is, actually everything here is cool because they talk about being safe online, like you can see here, being a hero, so other girls helping the community. They have the Hispanic version of that, and they are in several countries. But when you click here on Express Yourself, you will see that they offer many ways for the girls to be able to talk about their lives. And I want to show you, for example, the forums, because you will see there's a lot of activity here and a lot of cool things. So, for example, this first post here, have you done it? So far, it received over 24,000 votes for this topic alone. And let's take a look what the girl is saying here. Have you ever done it? I was taking a walk with my crush, and we were talking about a lot of different things. Eventually, he started talking about sports, but I wasn't listening because I was too busy checking him out. Then I heard him say, "Have you ever done it?" I responded with, "No, not yet, because I want to find and fall in love with the right person first." He looked at me and said, "I was talking about snowboarding, remember?" I thought he had asked if I ever had sex before. And then, of course, in the forum, the girls will talk about other ways that they felt embarrassed in life. Now, another cool feature on this website is Ask Iris. Well, this is a spokesperson for Procter & Gamble here, and is a psychologist. And girls will ask Iris about everything. If it's uncomfortable to insert the tampon, what do I do when I have cramps, and all kinds of things. Should I talk to my parents about sex? And Iris will answer them, and it has a lot of activity here too. Of course, they also offer videos and music and free samples. That's when the girls get to try the Procter & Gamble products, and you know they are at an age that if they make a decision and start using a product now, most likely they will keep with those products for the rest of their lives. So that's why it's so brilliant that Procter & Gamble was able to create a community around other issues that girls are willing to talk about, and they found out that community is a lot better than advertising. And this is why I wanted to show you this case. I think you should visit the website and take a good look how he did it. They offer also, they promote here shampoo and other products that are related. They also ask the community what they want to know, and they keep the conversation going.
I think it's fantastic.
Me
know,
too.
they brought the concept of community and target other needs of those young girls.
Yes.
And then they are able to
That's it.
really
It's like
market to them.
It's like they're getting through the back door.
Yeah.
They're getting in, but through the back door, through the side door.
Yeah.
And they're doing an excellent job at it.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
What about the tool for today?
Well, the tool for today is called Gimp. You can get it at gimp.org, and essentially, if you're familiar with Photoshop, it's an open source version of Photoshop. It's an award-winning software, excellent. What do? You download it, install it onto your computer, and when you're ready to, say for instance, create your first product or create flyers or whatever the case may be, brochures, use Gimp to design those products if you're not going to get a graphic designer to do it for you.
Yeah, and many times the budget is tight, but you don't want to launch a product and test your market.
Or if you need to put a picture on your website or something like that, use Gimp to crop it, to resize it, to tweak it, whatever.
It is a very powerful software.
Very powerful.
It doesn't cost a lot of money.
No, it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Gimp.org. Go get it.
Okay, cool. I think that's all for today.
That is all for today.
Yes, spread the word. We want to reach 1 million viewers for Who Pops Your Popcorn, so send it to your friends.
Send it to your friends. See you next time.
See you next time.